Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new episode of my Complete Blu-ray Collection. Yes, we are on shelf 6, right down the bottom. This shelf is a bit of a weird shelf. Yes, it's got its own personality. Shelf 6 is kind of the lingering shelf. I really haven't got round to deciding how I'm displaying things, so it's kind of like all in the air, up in the air, mixture, bit of this, bit of that. But hopefully I'll be able to get round to properly cataloguing and finalising what's going where on shelf 6 once we get the new boiler installed eventually, and I can put all the Blu-rays from the tubs back on the shelves, and I can do lots of mixing and finally decide what's going on shelf 6 and in which order. But anyway, let's get on to shelf 6. Okay, so I think we're starting with some Disney Pixars first. And some just Disney's. Okay, this one is Ralph Breaks the Internet. I picked this up really cheap. Unfortunately, there's no 3D for this one, but I think it is available in 3D on Sky. This is a Disney Classics 56. One disc, bare bones, really. Got some inner artwork, but didn't come with a slip, obviously. But I haven't seen this one. I've seen Wreck-It Ralph ages ago, but I've never seen Ralph Breaks the Internet, so I need to get around to watching that at some point. Then we have the Disney Red Slip for Coco. I also have this on a Blue Fans Steelbook edition as well, which I'll get round to in one of the later shelves. Lovely film, really nice film. Lots of colour. It's going to look great in 4K as well, but it's absolutely beautiful in 3D, and I love the song as well. Next up, sticking with the Disney Red Slips, is The Incredibles 2 in 3D. Good film, not as good as the original, but still a good Disney Pixar film. And then we have Toy Story 4 in 3D. Comes with a slip. Little forky there. Brilliant film, loved this. I thought Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending, and I was kind of a little upset that they were actually going to do another one, because usually when they come back after a couple of years and attempt to recapture the magic, they end up ballsing it up. But they didn't. They did a fantastic job on Toy Story 4. And I hear there may actually be a Toy Story 5. Wow. Talking of Toy Story, there's Toy Story 3 in 3D. Haven't got a slip for this one yet, so I'll be looking around for a slip. And Toy Story 2 as well in 3D. And I bet you can't guess what the next one is. That's right, Toy Story. I did originally have the steelbooks, which I sold for a really good price. So I might try and get the steelbooks back eventually, maybe the lenticular ones. Steelbooks now from Disney. So we have Monsters Inc. Really nice steelbook. It's a shame it's not glossy, but it does have some embossing on the title there, and has 2 discs inside, the 3D disc and the standard Blu-ray. And then we have Finding Nemo. I love this steelbook. Look at the gloss on this steelbook and the embossing. They really went overboard. Well, not overboard, but they really did a good job with the embossing on this one. You've got all it on the Finding Nemo. You've got debossing there as well, and embossing, debossing all over the shark. And you've got a nice little picture there on the back. Yes, really nice. Really like that one. That one's got 2 discs as well, the Blu-ray and the 3D. Next up, another Disney Pixar glossy steelbook. This is Brave. This has got some nice embossing down there as well, and obviously the sunken border. Nice little picture on the back there. 2 discs, Blu-ray and 3D. Good film, not one of Pixar's best, but still a really good film. Next up we have The Good Dinosaur, which a lot of people consider to be Pixar's flop. I loved it for the same reason as the Lion King live action. The cinematography, you know, the special effects behind the landscapes looked absolutely gorgeous. The water is incredible. But it's a bit of a plain steelbook. I have actually managed to get my hands on a transparent pet slip that goes over the top with all the Good Dinosaur logo and on the spine as well. So I'm looking forward to that, to actually receiving that, because that'll make that a little bit more enjoyable to look at. But nice picture on the back there. The only problem, this is when we used to get the pictures down the spine, which is horrible. It's horrible. But yes, two discs, Blu-ray and 3D. It's probably one of the worst design Pixar steelbooks. Next up we have From Above the World of Cars, we have Disney's Planes on steelbook. Nice bit of embossing up there and around the rotor blades as well. Really good film, and nice inside artwork with the 3D and the Blu-ray disc. It's a shame they never actually did a Planes 2 steelbook, because I would have picked that up. Next up we have Cars 3. I actually still haven't got around to watching this one yet. Apparently this one's really good, but it's got some nice embossing all around the title and that. Nice big logo on there, and some nice pictures, wraparound pictures. This is 3 discs, so this includes the 3D, the Blu-ray and a bonus, and really nice carry through artwork. So yeah, I heard this is a lot better than Cars 2, so I'm looking forward to actually watching Cars 3. Talking of Cars 2, there's the steelbook for that one. Really nice, lots of embossing and gloss. All of the cars, every single one of these cars is embossed, so that's really nice. And 2 discs. I think this is actually just a 2D steelbook, but I put the 3D disc in, but it's had to sort of like stack on top of it until I get one of those sticky hubs that you can attach. I actually don't have any problems with Cars 2. I actually enjoy it. And then we have Cars. Also lots more embossing around the title and around the car and the tyres. Nice picture of Mate on the back there. 2 discs, Blu-ray and 3D. And then one of my favourite Pixar films, Up. Fantastic. I love this film. Lots of embossing, as you can see around there, and around the title. Really nice picture on the back there of the balloons. And then 2 discs inside, the Blu-ray and the 3D. And then we have Planes 2 Fire and Rescue. This is just the standard edition. Don't know if there's a 3D for this, but it's just a shame that there was no steelbook for it. And it's got bare bones artwork, just the Disney blue. Okay, next on to some M. Night Shyamalan. So we have of course, one of his classics. We have The Sixth Sense. Fantastic film. Absolutely incredible film. You can never get that feeling back that you had the first time around, especially at the end of the film when you found out what was what. And I remember reading that once in a performance, I think it was in America, some bloke ran into the cinema halfway through the film and shouted out, "Bruce Willis is dead." I think they kicked the crap out of him. They ran it into the foyer and kicked the crap out of him because he literally gave the ending away. Of course, that spoilt it for anybody that hasn't seen it now. Spoiler alert, too late. Okay, and then we get the first film in the trilogy, Unbreakable. Great film, fantastic superhero film. Performances are incredible. Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, M. Night Shyamalan on his top game. Absolutely love it. This one is, I believe, the only one of his films that's never had a Blu-ray release, and I don't know why, and I wish they would hurry up, but I've got it on DVD. This is The Village. I do have the digital copy as well from Apple in high definition, so it's a shame there isn't a Blu-ray, but hopefully one day we'll get a Blu-ray. Comes with a nice slip. I know a lot of people don't really enjoy the film. I think it's an incredible film. I love the performances from Joaquin Phoenix, Bryce Dallas Howard. Adrian Brody is incredible in the film, and I love the twist at the end as well. And I never saw the twist coming. Even Lulu never saw the twist coming, and she's good at finding twists. So that's my DVD for The Village, because I still do own DVDs. Next up, Baby Driver. Oh yes, I also have this on a steelbook, which we'll eventually get to, but I wanted to see what it looked like with a pink case. I picked up the Blu-ray from CEX, got a pink case from the Melissa McCarthy film. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, anyway, so the same bloke that did the Ghostbusters film. And I thought I'd give that a go and see what that looks like. And that looks brilliant in pink, so I'm happy with that. So I do actually own two copies of Baby Driver. Only two. Next up, a great film from the 80s. Need to watch this again because it's been such a long time since I've seen it. And one of my childhood favourites. Short Circuit. Yes. Number 5 is Alive. Fantastic. I think this was like the precursor to Wall-E. I think that's maybe where they got the idea for Wall-E. But I love that this comes in a nice black case, even though it needs dusting. And Steve Guttenberg, of course, when everybody knew who Steve Guttenberg was. Next up, we have one of M. Night Shyamalan's comeback films. I think this may be one of his first comeback films. And I was really surprised at how good this actually was and how creepy it was. This is The Visit. There's some creepy characters, especially the old woman. Really creepy characters. I need to watch this again. I haven't seen it in ages. I don't know why, but I think the only M. Night Shyamalan film I haven't actually got on Blu-ray is Signs for some reason. I don't know why I haven't got Signs. Next up, if you're an M. Night Shyamalan fan and you're a completist, then you've got to have The Last Airbender. Yes. There is actually a 3D version of this available. I think the 3D is actually meant to be pretty good. So it's not a film that you really want to put on ever. But they've even thrown in disc 2 with a DVD. But it kind of like completes the collection nearly, almost. Well, it would do if I had Signs. Next up, another one of his, people would say failures. I enjoy this film for what it is. and for the kind of atmosphere that you get. And it's kind of a bit like the end of the world. Well, it is the end of the world. It's the happening. It's got a really nice slip with lots of spot gloss and some embossing. And I've seen this a few times. Mark Wahlberg is a good actor. He's not in this. I don't know why he is as he is in this, but it's not the Mark Wahlberg that we know. Next up is one of my all-time favourite M. Night Shyamalan movies. This is pretty low on people's radar, but me and Lulu went to see it at the cinema. We cried, we laughed, we had such a feel-good. It's such a feel-good film. There's so much comedy in it and so much fantasy and adventure, and it's one of my all-time favourite M. Night Shyamalan films. And that's Lady in the Water with Bryce Dallas Howard. Paul Giamatti is bleeding incredible in this film. And also, I love the handful of characters are around the apartment block. And it's just a great film. It's a great film. Right, what are we up to now? Right, okay. As I said, everything's all over the place on shelf 6. So we've had Disney, we've had M. Night Shyamalan. Now we've got Brimstone. You can see why I don't know where to put things at the moment on shelf 6. But Guy Pearce, Dakota Fanning, Kit Harington, Clarice Van Houten, good cast. We'll get round to watching that eventually. And then we have another classic film from many years ago. This release, I think, was the very first time it ever came out on a Blu-ray a couple of years ago, 2018 maybe, from Second Sight Films. Space Truckers, yes, with Dennis Hopper, is it? Yeah, Dennis Hopper, Stephen Dorff and Charles Dance. Next up we have another Second Sight film. I love that the Second Sight films come in black Blu-ray cases. Black-ray cases. In Bruges, yes. Brilliant film. Great cast. Very funny. And I got the standard editions. I didn't really feel it was necessary to get the collector's editions, you know, with the boxes. But if I find them anytime really cheap, I might grab them. Or if they do, you know, 2 for the price of 1. Also, another film from my childhood, from Second Sight Films, Flight of the Navigator. I think maybe I did pick the box set up. No, I didn't. So I might actually grab the box set because I do like the look of the box set for this one. But I'm happy with this release for now. And then we have another film from M. Night Shyamalan. And this is the conclusion of the trilogy. Glass. Yes, this is a Blu-ray, not a 4K. But I stuck it in a black case. I thought it looked really good in a black case. And then we have the middle film from the trilogy, Split, with James McAvoy. Brilliant film. I've tried to persuade Lou to watch this, but she doesn't like films where like people are being tortured or held captive in prisons, especially young teenage girls. So I don't think she'll ever watch it, but it's a really good film. And I've also put this one in a black case. Even though it's got a slip, I thought it definitely deserved a black case. Right, now we start on some music Blu-rays. Because I've got quite a few of them. Various genres. So we have Bon Jovi, live at Madison Square Garden. This was the 2008 Lost Highway World Tour. So this has got all of the classics on it and all of the songs from that album. Really good, really good. Next up we have Shania, Still the One, live from Las Vegas. So this is her comeback, big residency that she had in Las Vegas. All of the songs down there. You got behind the scenes features as well. All of the classic tracks. You got a booklet and the Blu-ray. And then one of my favourite bands of the country genre, we have Lady Antebellum, and this is the Wheels Up tour. Brilliant. Seen them several times in concert now. Fantastic every time. Disc and also a booklet. And then we also have another Lady Antebellum Blu-ray, Own the Night World Tour. Really good. I love this one. I think I prefer this one over the Wheels Up. I think they need to release more genre Blu-rays, more genre concerts on Blu-ray, because we don't get enough of them. But yes, fantastic. Next up, we have Taylor Swift. And this is the Speak Now World Tour Live. This is a fantastic concert. This has got like 18 tracks on it, behind the scenes, all of the classics. This is, disc and a booklet. This is while she was still churning out good songs, before she went all poppy chart. This is proper Taylor Swift country concert. Next up, we have George Strait in a Blu-ray that I couldn't get in this country. I don't think it's available in this country. This is Pure Country. This also has Kyle Chandler in from Godzilla King of the Monsters, yes. And also Leslie Ann Warren and Isabel Glasser, whoever that is. But this is a really good film. He's okay at acting. Ish. Next up, another country superstar, Keeping It Country live at the Red Rocks, Alan Jackson. Haven't actually seen this one yet. Hope to see it soon. Have not seen him live. Would love to see him live. But I think the chances of him coming over to the UK for concerts is pretty low. The same as George Strait, because I think George Strait is now retired. Next up, live at Montreux in 2009, we have Status Quo Pictures. 22 tracks on there. Really good concert. One of the best Quo live concerts of the original lineup. And then we have the definitive documentary, Hello Quo. And this was actually from Poundland. So pick this up. I think it was £2, not a quid. And comes with 2 discs. Unfortunately, no booklet or anything like that. But it's quite a long documentary. The feature running time is 152 minutes. And the special features running time is 179 minutes. There's 3 hours of bonus footage. Next up, a bit more Quo. This is the Frantic 4 reunion in 2013, live at Wembley Arena. So this was when all of the 4 rejoined and did this Frantic 4 tour. John Coughlin and Alan Lancaster joined them, Rick and Francis, and was like one of those rare moments that you'll never get again. Unfortunately, I missed it. Next up, live at the Joint in Las Vegas, we have Def Leppard, Hysteria. Fantastic. I think there's a new Blu-ray concert of them coming out soon. 1 disc and a booklet. And this was actually broadcast also in cinemas. I went to see it at Cineworld in Ashford. and everybody just stood up like they do in concerts. They stood up in the cinema and watched this live on the screens. It was a good experience. Next, one of my favourite bands of growing up. This is the Get Your Sting, I think it says, Get Your Sting and Blackout Tour, live in 3D. This is Scorpions. Everybody knows Scorpions from their biggest hit. But there's loads of other tracks on here. I mean, Wind of Change, Big City Nights, Blackout, such classic. Bad Boys Running Wild, Loving You, Sunday Morning, absolutely fantastic. It does look good in 3D. And then we have a bit of Joey Tempest and the band, live at Shepherd's Bush, London. This is Europe. Europe, yes. Another great band. I've gone a bit heavier these days, so not as melodic as the Final Countdown era, but still good. So got a nice disc there with a Union Jack flag on it, and also a brochure. Shepherd's Bush is not exactly a venue that I would travel to that often. And then we have In the Line of Fire, Larger Than Live, Dragon Force. This is a really heavy, melodic, thunderous band, but such a great band. So many classic tracks from them. And this also comes with one disc and a booklet. And then we have a movie based around an up-and-coming country singer, Gwyneth Paltrow, Leighton Meester, and country superstar Tim McGraw. Country Strong. Haven't seen this. I should really watch this, because I think there's probably some really good songs in it. And then we have A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Haven't seen this yet, so that is actually in the flick bin, waiting to get picked out. Absolutely fantastic. I love this film, Bohemian Rhapsody. This is probably my favourite of like the musical era, the biopics, and I've put it in a nice purple case, which I think came from Rock of Ages. Rami Malek definitely deserved everything he got for that film. That's why I'm excited about him in No Time to Die. I think he's going to be a classic villain. Next up we have another great film, some superb music, great performance from Taron Egerton, Rocket Man. This is the Elton John story, and this is the steelbook, the 4K steelbook. Great film. This one I actually didn't realise was released, and I just found it in HMV, and I picked this one up. Another great heavy metal, heavy rock, melodic outfit, Halloween. I love this package. Haven't got round to seeing this. You can see how many tracks there are on the back there. Comes with a gatefold, with the discs and pictures. Really great. Classic songs from Halloween. Brilliant. Need to get around to watching that one. And then we get a bit more status quo. This time them actually acting. Yeah, it's probably not a good film, but it's Quo, so there's going to be music in it, and also Craig Fairbrass is in it, so it's not going to be brilliant. So we've got John Lovitz as well, so I can imagine that's going to be a bit of comedy element. This is Beulah Quo. All it says here is that they survived the 70s, rocked to Live Aid, but can they escape death in Fiji? Top 10 album, top 10 film. We'll see. I don't think he's going to be brilliant, and I don't think Rick and Francis were that good actors. Last two now, and the last two are DVDs, because they never got Blu-ray releases in the UK. Ma. Yes, everybody's welcome at Mars, but good luck getting home safe. from the producers of Get Out and Halloween. Includes alternative ending. Olivia Spencer. Looking forward to watching that. I think it's going to be a bit manic. And the last one of my favourite films, starring Jessie Buckley and Julie Walters, Wild Rose. And I wanted to make sure that I actually got a slipcover for this. I love this film. It's a really good film. I think there is a Blu-ray version available in France. I think Kermit's Ghost may have picked it up. And also, I think Katie Powell, Jamie's wife, actually bought the DVD, but I think she swapped the case out for a pink one, which is a good idea. I don't know what comes with a pink DVD case, but I'm happy that I got that, and I am happy I got that with a nice slipcover. Brilliant. So that is it. That is shelf 6 down. Fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed it. Shelf 7 will be next, and that comprises mainly of Star Wars and Star Trek. So that should be a nice easy one to go through. Also includes lots of box sets, steelbooks, blue fans, and quite a few. Yeah, brilliant. So that should be coming up soon. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. And I shall see you on the next video. Bye.